¡Ay, qué hubo, qué hubo, qué hubo! Una disculpa. Se desconectó esta cosa. Pero reiniciamos este juego. What Remains of Edith Finch. Saludos a los que nos están viendo repetido, a los que se unieron en vivo, saludos. Puse en español el juego. Únicamente el audio sigue en inglés, pero todo lo demás, creo que o los subtítulos o al menos los textos aparecen en español. Si ustedes tienen chance, pónganle en pausa, pero este es un juego increíble, muy cortito. Me recordó mucho a la película de Encanto que vimos ayer, Yuri y yo aquí en su casa. Vimos esta película de Disney y me recordó mucho este juego. Lo volví a bajar para compartirlo con ustedes. Y vámonos.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
The house. Saludos, Swam. Salutes all the way to Malibu. Check this out, dude. I hope you like this. It's in English, so you should. Pero miren esa casa que se veía al fondo.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Viví aquí hasta los 11 años, pero no me dejaban entrar a la mitad de los cuartos. Vamos a ver cómo está esto. Bajamos por aquí. Vean nomás qué hermosura del lugar para empezar. Y miren este buzón. Qué bonito buzón. Orcas Island Gazette. Vamos a ver qué hay aquí.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
7 years ago. Snap. Y estoy iniciando el juego, así inicia el juego.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Brother Lewis's funeral. Check this out, check this out. Espero que se escuche también, así como lo escucho yo. Órale. Little bridge here. Saludos, saludos, buenas noches, buenas noches.
My mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Tenemos una llave que nos dejó mamá, pero no sabemos para qué sirve.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
And here we see the Finches. Left or right? Left or right? Nos podemos ir por la izquierda, nos podemos ir por la derecha. ¿Qué dicen? ¿Qué dicen? ¿Qué dice Swam? Left or right? Left or right? Mientras admiramos aquí el paisaje, en lo que tú decides por dónde nos vamos. Left. Right. Siempre a la izquierda. That's true, true. Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up, Mike? Salutes, Mike, salutes. True that, siempre. Mira nomás, lavender? What is this, lavender? Órale. Wait a second, does this go to the river? No me dejan pasar para allá. Hey, nice choice, bro. Let's walk around.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Ooh. A house that keeps secrets. Vámonos. Órale.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Whoa, that's trippy. Ahí va el otro caminito. Flashback. Whoa. So cool, man. Nice choice. There's the house. Whoa.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Damn. No puede faltar la canchita de básquet. Take this way. Yep, creepy and risky.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Eso sí, les digo, este juego es más de la historia y de lo cómo lo ligan, cómo interactúas con la casa. Pero la historia...
Now, wow. As a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
¿Alguna vez le han temido a una casa en la familia? Let me see. Wait a second. What's missing? Milton Finch.
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond.
Whoa, what the...
She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
The dragon. Oh, what the hell? Qué psycho. Con ese brillo. Ok, vamos a la puerta.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Nope. So much for that.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me. Ok, entonces la llave que nos dejó mamá no sirve. Saludos, buenas noches, feliz sábado, quien ande por ahí. El garage. Hoy nomás. Sóplale. Canta este sonido. Acabamos de agarrar uno de estos hace poquito. Zuli, hola, saludos, buenas noches, ¿cómo estás? Mira. Maybe backdoor, yep. Saludos, Zulis, mira, aquí ando jugando este juego que me encantó y que lo comparto aquí con ustedes. Es rápido este juego, que quiero pensar que ahorita lo terminamos. Y a ver. Ajá. Ok. No. Garage, tal vez. No. Ah, jeez. I heard something moving around in the garage.
¿Qué fue eso?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Órale. Carrito viejito, 70, 80, órale. Me estoy moviendo lo más lento posible para marearlos lo menos posible. Vale, toda la herramienta aquí. Miren el servilletero ahí arriba que suave. ¿Qué es eso? Para pescar.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Pues vamos por acá. No hay luz.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Saludos, Antonio, saludos. Aquí estamos volviendo a casa de la familia después de años de haber sido abandonada. Esta chica regresa a sus 17 años con una llave que aún no sabemos qué es lo que abre la llave. Pero miren esta cocina, wow. Refri.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Edith, Eddie, Lewis, Don. In loving memory, Lewis Finch. Del 88 al 2010. Archis. Bueno. No se llevaron nada, dejaron todo.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Bueno, le con recién mucho atún. Uno de los hermanos trabajó donde enlataban atún.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house. So we had Chinese a lot.
Con razón. A ver, pues avancemos. Wow, sí que tenía mucho atún. Órale. Derecha, izquierda. Siempre la izquierda, ok.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Damn. ¿Y esto?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Great-Grandma Edie. Alright. Guess that's her. Oh, un laguito ahí atrás. Ok, avancemos. Ya venimos. Órale. La librería.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
Estas ventanas.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Not raining yet. ¿Y dónde está mesa? Una chimenea. Órale. Ok, vamos. Violines.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Whoa! The rest of the house.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Damn you. Again. Barbara Finch. Ok, allá venimos. Vamos para acá. Órale. What the...
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? ¿Qué onda? ¿Sellaron esta cosa? What the hell? Hey, la puerta que no pudimos.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Ooh. What? Desapareció Milton. Pues vamos para arriba. ¿Ah?
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
What?
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
What? Wow. Wow. ¿Qué onda con todas las pics? Izquierda, ¿eh? Vamos acá. Y aparte los letritas se vinieron para acá. Eri and Sven. Uno del 64.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Mm-hmm. Edith. Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Calvin. 11 años?
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
What? Pues todos están cerrados. A ver, ¿qué es? Oh.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Barbara Finch.
Edie's father Odin built the original house. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Ooh. Niña actriz. Hmm.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
¿Qué onda? No, pues entonces va a ser para acá. Molly.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
What? Whoa.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Oh, qué perro. Whoa.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Oh. Yes. Por fin.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
What the fudge? Oh, qué perro, se ve el reflejo de esto aquí en el piso. Crayons.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Whoa. Tommy.
But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Molly. O sea que ahorita vimos por fuera de esto.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Qué psycho está su cuarto. Todos los cuartos también. Locochones.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
Whoa.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. My Halloween candy was all gone. I kept eating and eating.
What the hell? What the hell?
I ate a lot of things that night.
What? That's crazy. What?
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly,
Whoa.
I was a cat.
What? Tommy.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Wow. Wow. This is so trippy. What the hell? I'm a cat. Oh my goodness, I'm a cat. Come here. I see you.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was
Holy
eating that
shit.
mama bird. I gobbled her up,
Whoa! Whoa!
and suddenly I was an owl.
What?
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
I'm an owl.
Rabbits.
Rabbits. Whoa. Whoa.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
What?
Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Bigger? What?
A mama rabbit.
A mama rabbit? What?
She was almost too big to
Tricky.
carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
What?
And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? Ow. What the? What? I'm a shark rolling down a hill?
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Ooh, gotcha.
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
The heck?
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water.
What?
When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What the hell?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
So trippy. Whoa.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. Passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water,
Saludos, Ceci, saludos, buenas noches.
Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
What?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
This girl's so crazy. Whoa. Whoa.
I got closer and closer. All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
Whoa, what the hell? Damn. Okay. Wow.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Huh? Okay. Tommy.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Molly. Oof. Wow.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
La abuela. Bisabuela. Therapy. Wrong.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
So that's what happened. Whoa.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Louis. Oh, es el que tiene el memorial de Louis
Edie
Finch.
knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
That's crazy. Se trajo toda la casa el señor en un barco.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Orcas Island.
Odin Finch is the first to be. His daughter Edie is already dreaming.
Órale.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Damn. The mysteries of death and thereafter. Oh. Okay. Este es el cuarto de la bisabuela y el bisabuelo que creó la casa.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Ahí estamos a la derecha. Lo bueno que ahí están en español todo lo que dice la niña. Aparecen las letras en español, mira.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife,
Este.
Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Oh.
It was a pretty big trace.
Pero estamos en una casa a la que ella, de hecho, esta niña que estamos... esa niña somos ella, como quien dice. Ahorita estamos con su personaje. Y estamos aquí en una casa que fue de la familia por años y años, pero eventualmente se tuvieron que ir. Y a sus 17 años regresa con esta llave que vaya, que está abriendo todos los candaditos que habían. There's a secret in this bathroom. Órale.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh. What the hell? Whoa. Nice. Oh, un selfie.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Uf. Yo no hubiera soltado una cámara de haber tenido una. Nice pick. Oh, nice. Otra vez este chico que estuvo. Órale. Mira nomás esta litera. ¿Qué es esto? Todo de madera. Fort Sam. Oh, este es el... sí, sí, este es el niño que vivió con su hermano muerto, o como algo así. Y este era astronauta. Wow.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Command center.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Oh, qué perro.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Un columpio.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Whoa,
Maybe
whoa,
if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
That's crazy. Whoa.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Damn, pobre morro, qué gacho. corrió. Estaba haciendo trabajo.
The passages were a pretty tight fit.
Whoa.
They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
La niña actriz. Se ganó premios. Barbara. Su bata.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Después. Barb Street. Old comic.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Comic book.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
What?
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven.
What?
He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, She listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh. Oops.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there?
Ah!
Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
You were wonderful. The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen.
What?
She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night.
What?
And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her.
What?
Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
What the hell? Holy
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
What the hell was that? Casa se está cayendo.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yep. Ok, ahora ya sé para cómo puedo abrir el sótano. Pero bueno. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Pues aquí lo vamos a dejar, compañeros. En unos minutos ya me voy a tener que mover. Entonces aquí le paramos que sea parte 1. Y seguiremos con la historia. Abrimos el sótano en el siguiente episodio, ¿les parece? Espero que lo disfruten, o lo hayan disfrutado, o los que lo vean en repetición puedan verlo desde el principio también, para que vean cómo inició la historia. Le pueden poner pausa ahí donde aparecieron las letras. Y nos vemos mañana con otro episodio de Calimán. Okay, muchas gracias a Swamp que anduvo por ahí, a todos los que pasaron a dar un saludo también, muchas gracias. Y nos vemos mañana en otro domingo de Calimán.